Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the ride or die makeup tag. So if you want to see what all of my favorite beauty products are that I just can't live without, and if I run out, I always have to either have a backup or go straight to the store and get another one. So if you want to see what those products are, just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to go in the order of how I apply my makeup. So first things first, my favorite primer has to be the Maybelline Master Prime. Now, I use the Blur and Smooth one. I also have the Blur and Illuminate, and I do really like that one, but this is just a primer that I can always count on if I just don't really know if I want my skin to be, you know, super hydrated or glowy, or do I want it to be matte. This is kind of the best of both worlds. It hydrates, but it smooths everything out. I always know the finish it's going to give me, so this is definitely my ride or die primer. For my foundation, it has to be the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I have the shade Warm Beige, and my lighter shade is Warm Nude when I'm more pale in the wintertime. I've already repurchased this 3 times. My other favorite foundation, it was a toss-up, the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, but whenever I don't have this, I always feel like I have to go and buy it. If I don't have the Fit Me, I can always kind of find a different foundation that I have to put on, but I always feel like I'm missing this if I don't have it on hand. So I think this is what kind of edged out any other foundation. I always know how it's going to apply. It's going to be hydrating but full coverage. It's not going to make me oily. So this just has to be hands down my ride or die foundation. For concealer, this one was really easy. There was no contest, no debate. It has to be the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I have the shade Medium Light Neutral, but I also have the shade Light for under my eyes. This is just the best concealer ever. A lot of the times I don't even wear foundation. What I do is I just put this concealer underneath my eyes and kind of spot treat it, blend it out with a beauty blender, add some powder foundation, and that's all I wear because this is just so great. It's not cakey or heavy, but it's a concealer, so it's full coverage, and it doesn't crease on me. It's just the perfect formula. I honestly wish they made these in bigger tubes so that I could just, you know, use it as foundation, because honestly this probably is more of my favorite foundation than the Too Faced Born This Way is. It's just the perfect formula. So yeah, this is my ride or die concealer. My ride or die for both under my eyes and all over the face is the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish. I have the shade Medium Plus, but I also want to go and pick up the shade Light just to set underneath my eyes, but I use Medium Plus under my eyes and it works great. It's just the perfect powder. When I first bought it, I was concerned that it wasn't going to have any coverage, and then I could just, you know, use it to set under my eyes, but it really does have great coverage. So for those days where you just want to look a little healthier and better, a better version of yourself, but you don't want to go on, you know, full face of makeup like I am right now, just throw this on and it just makes your skin look beautiful. It's my favorite powder, hands down. Whether it's loose powder or pressed powder, this is it. For bronzer, my ride or die bronzer has to be the Pure Glow Together Gradient Matte Shimmer Bronzer Palette. One, because it's massive. It's just so huge, but I love that it's half shimmer, half matte. Normally what I do is I use the matte shades to just contour my nose, contour my cheekbones, and then I just swirl it all together to bronze up my face. I got it because of the size. I was like, this is just a great bronzer that I'm ever going to run out of. That's a joke because I've already hit pan on one of the shades, so you can see that even though this is so huge, I use it all the time, literally every day. It's the best damn thing ever. It's, I mean, on the pricier side, but for the size you get, it's totally worth it, and I will be rebuying this again and again. It's just the best bronzer ever, so this is definitely my ride or die bronzer. For blush, I'm headed back to the drugstore, and it's Milani's Baked Blush in Luminoso. Somehow this peachy shade goes with everything. I'm wearing it today, and I have like a dark brown lip, reddish eye. So you would think I would, you know, throw on a rosy cheek, which is what I was planning on doing. And then I always just end up throwing this on. It works with every look. It also just looks beautiful on every skin tone. I love that it has a shimmer to it, but it doesn't really have, you know, just glitter flakes. So it just looks beautifully when you put on the blush and then blend in your highlighter together. It just looks like you have such a glowy cheek. And it's from the drugstore, and it's just a great product. So this is my Ride or Die blush. For my highlighter, I don't have many highlighters. I have maybe about 5, but this just has to be my Ride or Die highlighter. I use it all the time. The Balm Milani Luminoso. It's just the perfect shade. It's a little golden, but not too much, so you can wear it with pretty much every look. It is an intense highlight, so if you want something a bit more subtle, I wouldn't necessarily suggest this, but for me, if you go in with a light hand, it's the subtle that I'm looking for. I just think it looks beautiful. It never looks over the top, and if you blend it out with a beauty blender that's damp, it kind of intensifies the color but also diffuses it, so it doesn't look like a stripe on your face. This is my Ride or Die highlighter. I have a lot of palettes that I get because, you know, you see them in Sephora or Ulta or the drugstore and you just have to have it. And I have a ton, but I kind of, you know, use it and then I get bored and I move on. And I have not all summer gotten bored of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Now, I have her self-made palette, which is also pretty much one of my favorites. I always go back to it, but I'm pretty sure that was limited edition. This is not. I can't get bored of it. I love the colors. Very warm toned palette, but I can make so many looks from this. When I first got it, I thought, okay, I'm gonna get the same kind of warm, rosy, orangey look out of it, and that's not the case. I get so many. There's shimmers, there's mattes, and it's just a beautiful palette. For brows, I always find myself going back to the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. I have soft brown. If I just want a natural looking brow, I love this, and I have to use her brush. I believe it's the number 7 brush. Originally got this because it's waterproof, so when I went on vacation to the Dominican Republic, and then I also wore it in Vegas, you put on your brows, they do not move. And that doesn't mean you have to, you know, slap on a really thick brow. You can make it really natural and it still just will stay there all day, and it's not gonna wash away in the water. You won't sweat it off. So that's why I originally got this, but I always find myself going back to this. My favorite brow gel has to be the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper. This is the clear one. The clear one and the light medium are both just my Ride or Die. First of all, it's from the drugstore, so it's a cheaper price, but also just the wand is amazing. The packaging is large compared to the Gimme Brow. You get so much product. I end up finding myself having to throw this away just because it gets old. I use this every day and you will not run out of product. So this is definitely my Ride or Die brow gel. For mascara, I recently ran out of it, and I was really happy when I went to Sephora and they had them in the Point Perks, so I got 2 of them, and it is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is the little mini one. I have the waterproof version and I do like it. It is very waterproof, like will not go anywhere. But I find that the formula is more liquidy and clumpy, but I still find myself wanting this more than the waterproof. Just the formula I feel is better on this one. I still always find myself going back to this one, so this is definitely my Ride or Die mascara. I've purchased about 5 tubes of this. This is the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. I haven't purchased the vinyl one. It's so easy to apply. And yeah, it's also from the drugstore, so it's super cheap. So I'm okay with the fact that I bought it 5 times. For my favorite liner in a pencil form, it has to be the NARS Larger Than Life Longwear Eyeliner. I think it's Rue Bonaparte, but it's just the nude shade. I love putting this in my waterline. It just makes my eyes look bigger, more awake. Yeah, definitely my Ride or Die. I have to take this with me when I go traveling. My favorite lipstick, I actually have 2, but I can't find one of them because I use it all the time and I have no idea which purse of mine it's in because it's always in a bag with me. That one is MAC's Modesty. It's a cream sheen formula. The one that I do have on hand that I also wear equally as much and that I was actually able to find in one of my bags is MAC's Velvet Teddy. So it's a matte formula. It's the perfect brownish nude color, But yeah, it's just my go-to shade that will last me all day and I know I can reapply. It's MAC's Velvet Teddy. For a gloss, my favorite gloss has to be the Marc Jacobs Enamored High Shine Lip Lacquer, and I have the shade Love Buzz. I actually got this off Glambot, probably like 90% full, and I got it for half price, so I was really stoked about that. These are expensive, but I love them. I only really love flat wands, and I know that the Anastasia lip glosses have this flat wand, and so do the Catrice lip glosses, so I really love those as well. I'd say those are a good dupe for these because they are very opaque and pigmented, but this particular shade has a little bit of iridescence to it, but it's not like that 80s 90s glitter iridescence that just looks really kind of cheap and shitty. I love this formula. I love this color. I don't just use it to top off like light pink looks. If I'm wearing a darker lip, I also like adding this, and it just adds such a dimension to your lip. So this is hands down my ride or die favorite lip gloss. For my ride or die liquid lip, I'm actually wearing it right now. This isn't particularly the color that I would say is ride or die, but I'm going more so off of the formula. And right now I'm wearing the color True Grit, and it's the Smashbox Always On Matte Liquid Lip. I love this formula. I love it so much. Let me just show you how much I love it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades. I want them all. It is my goal to buy them all. They are just... It's matte, but it doesn't dry you out. It doesn't kind of get that flaky ugliness after you've been wearing it for a long time, because I have a ton of other liquid lips that I love for the first like 2-3 hours, and then after that your lip gets really dry and it's just not cute. This always stays perfect, and if you eat or drink anything, it fades evenly so it doesn't look choppy on your lips, and if you go in to reapply it, it goes on like a dream. They're the best. They're worth it. I rave about them all the time to my friends. I'm trying to convince every single person to buy them because personally I don't think anything beats them. I can't say enough good things about this product. My ride or die liquid lip. My ride or die perfume has to be the Iris Bleu Iris Blanc L'Occitane perfume. I have several other perfumes that I wear, but this is my ride or die just everyday scent. I'm not really a huge fan of floral perfumes. I feel they just make me sneeze, they make me feel like a grandma. I'm Polish, and it just reminds me of like Polish grandmothers all in one room. So this has a very light hint of iris, so it's floral, but it's refreshing. My favorite types of perfumes pretty much smell like laundry or smell like cologne. I actually used to wear a perfume that was a perfume for women, but everyone asked me if I was wearing cologne. I love something that smells super fresh, so this is a combination of a light floral female scent, but that is still very refreshing. I really don't think that L'Occitane gets enough credit for their perfumes. I haven't purchased any of their other ones, but I have smelled them and they're really nice. Not all of them are particularly my taste, but I think they're very beautiful perfumes, very high-end, just as good as designer perfumes. So this is my ride or die perfume. Okay guys, so that is it. That is my entire ride or die makeup selection. If you have any suggestions... Oh, no. I almost forgot. My ride or die setting spray. I can't live without the... Oops. My ride or die setting spray is the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I have other ones. I like them. I love this. I always repurchase this. It's worth the money. My makeup will not fade when I wear this. I love it. Yeah. So now the video is over.